We are starting right now. How's it going, everyone? My name's Will from Ghosthack, and welcome to another Ghosthack live stream. Yeah, the intros to these streams don't usually last long. There are some channels that, they have a big following, and they'll add intros for like 20 minutes or like half an hour, where they throw up a title screen and a timer. I usually just do this for just a couple minutes, just to let some people roll in and to kind of get the stream going and get some viewers in here before I go ahead and do the intro and kind of explain what I'm all about. Now, the title of this stream should be pretty self-explanatory. We're making synthwave here. And I don't make synthwave that much. I'm going to be honest, I don't really do too much of it, but I have done it before. I have done little bits of it before, and it's a lot of fun. I like listening to synthwave. I think it's really cool. I like synthwave inspired music is another big thing. Just retro kind of inspired music is really interesting to me, and I really like creating it. Hi, Will, are you from Germany? No, I'm not. Ghosthack is a German company, but I am from the United States. So yeah, synthwave. Synthwave is what I'm going to go for, and I created a demo track, or it was kind of a demo track for a teaser to Ghosthack's Ultimate Vocal Library 3 that had some synthwave elements, and that was kind of what got me in the mood to do something synthwave for today. And it wasn't pure kind of traditional raw synthwave. It was a little. There was a little bit of a spin on it. I added some elements that weren't quite synthwave. Stuff like that. Can't be So that's just sort of synthwave inspired music, and I really want to go for that. So I might as well just go ahead and get started. Synthwave tends to live in the ranges between 80 and 110, at least as far as I know, as far as BPM. So I'm just going to stick to 90 because I want to, and that seems like fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete these because I don't need them. And another really cool thing is that Flex from FL Studio has some really, really good synthwave sounds from what I've looked at, because they have this pack here. This, how do you pronounce this? Is this Saif? Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. Maybe it's something a lot simpler and I'm making it complicated. But basically, there's this synthwave pack, and it has a bunch of sounds for synthwave that I've just gone through briefly, and they sound very, very good from the ones I've clicked around on. Like that one, maybe not. Stuff like that, and they even have loops in here. Let me see if I can search for loops. If I go tags, yeah, I have to keep learning Flex. Always kind of said save. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming with the A and the I, Flex sounds great. I love Flex, but they even have some sequences here. particularly really like this one. To the point where I feel like I want to steal the drums from it, because I really, just the drums themselves. I enjoy it. Like you can use these knobs to solo them. Like here's just the snare. And I think I just want to take the snare from this. And then I'll probably take the kick too, but the snare is the most valuable one to me, because it sounds good, but it also sounds like slightly broken. Like I sleep on Flex so much, I really dig those more often. Yeah, there's so much good stuff in Flex that I just didn't realize was there until I go around. What I really wish there was like a preset randomizer, to where like I could go into all and just hit like a random preset button, because sometimes I don't know what I'm looking for. I just want to go in and hit some and just pull up some random sounds to try to get inspiration. If I'm just trying to make music and just noodle around in FL Studio, I want to try to hit something random. And you can scroll through and just randomly click, but if there was just like a randomized button where I could just select a random preset, that would be awesome. I'd love that. Especially if you could do it within the packs. Like if I just want to just pick a random synthwave preset, that'd also be really cool. But basically, I want to just sample the snare, because that's the one I used in the other track, and I actually really like it. So we'll go on here, and there is our sound. Let's delete that, and we can drag this. Let's just take it right into... I'll do everything in the timeline. I don't think I'm going to do much for the drums as far as in the pattern channel. Maybe when I do the hats, I'll make hat patterns. But for the kick and the snare, I think I can use them in just like in the playlist. I think that would be a little bit better. So there's the snare, and now let's get the kick. I think I'm going to layer the kick. I think it would be beneficial for me to layer this kick, because it's not a bad kick, but it is worthy of layering. Also, let me know if you ever want me to turn FL Studio up or my voice down. I can control that. I can deal with that. There we go. And it has a little bit of this reverb tail, which is cool, but I do want to make sure it fades out. So there's that. But another important thing that they did in that little loop right there, excuse me, is that they layered the kick with the snare, which is something that I've heard in some synthwave music. Not all synthwave music, they don't do it all the time, but I liked how it sounded when I hear it. I like how it sounds to layer the kick with the snare. I think it just gives the snare just a little more oomph, a little more power, and I enjoy it. So I'm going to make this unique, and then I think I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit. Let me see if I can just normalize. See, that would eliminate the high frequencies. Sometimes I'll do this when I'm layering kicks and snares. Maybe I'll just take away the high frequencies and then turn the sound down. So the high frequencies of the kick don't really interfere with any high frequencies of the snare. I don't know if the stream delay is making my voice on time with the audio in FL Studio at all, but that's okay, because we all know generally what synthwave sounds like. So we have the kicks and the snares, and they did some interesting patterns for the hats, I believe, as well. I don't think I want to steal these hats, because these hats aren't that good in my opinion, but they just have like a, let me see. So they just have a pretty basic hat pattern. They have some interesting little bits and pieces there for the different hats. So I can do that, and then I'll probably add like maybe some shakers, stuff like that. I think would work out pretty well. So I'm just trying to create a basic drum pattern right now. Nothing too complicated at all. I want to kind of keep it simple, and then once I go in and create the melodies and chord progressions and the basses and stuff like that. I'm not going to do too many basses, but once I get to doing that, then I can kind of detail the drums a little bit more. So just for basic drums, I think I'm going to go into the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020 exclusive drums. So we have the kick and snare. Hats and perks is what we're looking for. Let's get closed hats. What did this have? Like, does this have a fast, oh, did I delete it? Ah, I deleted it. Okay. Did it have like a fast pattern? It was like, if I just take a random hat, I can't even click with my mouth on time. It's faster than that. Yeah, it was something like that. Well, we'll both be learning together. I'm sure I'll pick up tips and tricks from the chat as well. If anyone else in here knows synthwave more, is more well versed in synthwave than I am, then you can feel free to help out. I just want something simple. Yeah, reverb on snare. That's a good idea. So this will go into 1. This one is also a kick, so that'll go into 1. This one will go into 2. And the hat will just go into 3 for right now. Time caught 1938. I will say I know little to no synthwave artists, so any mention of artists who do synthwave, I will probably not know who they are at all. But I can definitely add reverb on snares. That sounds cool. A little bit of reverb on hats as well. I can kind of wash them out. We'll do a little bit of that. I can turn it down. A little bit more, a little bit bigger room size. Yeah, and I do think I want to layer this kick, but I only want to layer the kick when the kick hits. I don't want to layer the kick when the snare hits. I feel like this kick can remain the same. I just want something a little punchier so I can make the synthwave just a little bit heavier. I think that would be cool. I like the synthwave tracks that have a little bit of punch to them. Maybe just something like this, something sort of natural sounding. Uh-oh. Yeah, it has a little more punch now. All right, cool. So that's nice. Maybe a few little hi-hats in between here if I can just get some close hi-hats. Bell with a bit crusher reverb. That sounds good. So just little patterns like that just happen every now and then can come in and sort of repeat. And like this one can be maybe turned down and just pan slightly, and then we'll get another one. Just to go right there and just to pop in. Where am I from? I am from South Carolina in the US. Yeah, it's just about, it's almost 3 where I am right now. Nah, that's too big. I want to get something that'll stand out a little bit. Oh. Cool. And I can route those into the same channel that I have the other hats. Let's see, this, that would be 3, I believe. Yeah, all the hats are going into 3. I can just route them all the same, and they'll all go through that little bit of reverb, and that'll be all good. 1, 2, 3. So it'll just be little bits of variation. You might add some rims or cowbells, for example. Yeah, sure. I'll probably go in and add some more percussion after I create the melodies and stuff like that. I'll add some like claps and more vintage samples as well. I think that would work out pretty well. Do you always recommend live stream if you want to watch? Yeah, hopefully this will be a pretty good live stream. I thought it was German like Virtual Riot. Nah, I'd be talking like Virtual Riot if I was German. Yeah, he has a cool accent though. I like his accent. Okay, so hats turned down a little bit. Cool. And I just want to get into Flex and I want to find some presets and get some inspiration. I don't know if I want to make, I know if I want to make a melody first or if I want to make a chord progression first, but I'm going to go for it. I wish I spoke German too. That would be pretty cool. What's the BPM for Synthwave? I recommend anywhere between 80 and 110 is where Synthwave seems to kind of thrive, at least for me. Where's Flex? Here's Flex. Okay. So now we have to come up with some inspiration here. My mic is in the way of my keyboard. I might move it for a second just to, my voice might sound a little strange, but just so I can have access to my keyboard for right now. So are we in the, yeah, we're not in the, here we are. There's good synthwave presets in here. I could start with the bass line. That could be interesting. I really like synthwave bass lines. They're really, I just like how steady they're made. How steady the bass lines are. It really sounds good. So if I just look for basses in here, is there a way I can, there's brass. Can I find basses? Dark, hard, soft. Pluck, I guess. It's weird that there's not a category for basses. I thought I would be able to search like for basses. Evening, everybody. Or afternoon for me. I'm just gonna have to search through plucks, I guess. Am I just dumb? Is there not a way I can sort for basses? Yeah, steady and consistent. It's pretty much the same thing. Oh, there is a bass. Yeah, I didn't even see that. I was just blind. But I really like this buzzplex. I really like how that sounds. And the way I do my synthwave basses is I actually layer 2 basses together. I have a layer that is primarily just adding richness and tonality, which would be this one. And then I have a different sound in Harmor that I know exactly the sound I'm going to use that I'm going to layer to really make the pluck be stronger and hit a little harder. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and create a pattern here. The delay is a little bit much in my opinion. Okay, so I'm too slow. I have to shorten all these and make them all faster. cool. It sounds cool. Yeah, let me just take off this delay for right now. I'm not doing collabs at the moment. Not doing collaborations right now, but this is real. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to change up the pattern here, but this is gonna be the general bass line. And then we're gonna bring it down to here. Like that. That sounds good. How's it going, everybody? And then we're gonna add a layer to this. Obviously, it's gonna have to be mixed. Should I have to go to music school along with music career? Have you been in any? Have you seen... Wait a minute. I'm just bad at reading. Have you seen... Very expert. Where did you learn those short, effective answers, please? Most of what I learned is not from school. I'm going to be completely honest. Most of what I learned was self-taught. I did go to an audio institute, and I did get my certification in audio engineering, so I technically am a certified audio engineer. But let me tell you right now, there's really just one thing that taught me, and that was how to use hardware. Because I don't have access to hardware here, I have access to software. Hardware is very expensive to get my hands on, especially if I don't use it. So music school is... That's a whole different topic. But if you're looking to advance your career as a solo artist, music school isn't something I recommend. But if you're looking to go into a job in audio engineering, or if you want to do live sound, if you're looking to actually get a career working for other musicians, music school can be worth it. As your solo artist, though, it's not something that I would recommend to most people. But it didn't get me the job I have now. I had to have the job I had now before I got certified, but it was interesting, and it was helpful in the sense that it taught me a lot of hardware. But basically, I want to, let's see, where is it? It's this one pluck, hard pluck. Yeah. Basically, what I did for this preset was I took one of the presets that was already in Harmor. I believe it was Analog Bass 1 or Analog Bass 2. It was one of those. I'm pretty sure it was Analog Bass 2, like that. And what I did is I just manipulated it so I could, see, hard pluck, yeah. So I made it a little less stereo. I made it a little tighter. I took out the reverb, so it's just a really solid pluck. And I really like layering this with the other one. So if I copy this and paste this, it just adds that whole other layer of kind of intensity to the bass, and I really enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and route this into, I mean, how many drums are we going to have? Yeah, I'll route this into 15. I like to put my drums at the front of my mixer, and then I'm going to route this one into 16. So we have this. And now we're going to EQ it, because I'm going to take out the sub. Again, this is mainly the one for tonality. What do you think of FL Mobile? Haven't used it much. I used it a little bit. I wasn't a fan, but then again, I'm not a fan of producing on mobile. So it's not something I recommend for most people. I like to tell people when people ask that when I know it's going to be of no consequence, I like to tell people that I'm an engineer, that I'm a certified engineer. I mean, technically I am a certified engineer in the sense that I'm a certified audio engineer, but that's not what people think of when they think of engineer at all. So it's just kind of funny to give that as a quick answer. And so the one problem with this pluck that I have is the bass, the actual sub bass is pretty stereo. It's very stereo, it's not very mono. And that's a bit of a problem. So I have to just solo the low end here, just like the sub bass. And then I have to make it mono. And then I'll boost it up a little bit. have to make sure that these two don't clash too much. I'm definitely gonna have to add some side chaining at some point, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna pick a random channel, 106, we'll call it that. And now let's dock to the right. I go over this in almost every live stream, but I'll go over it again. Dock to the right, so it's always there. And I'm gonna label this one side chain. And whew, yeah, I'm just gonna do simple. I'm just gonna do really basic ducking that could be done more efficiently, but I just do it like this just because I can. Ceiling up, time variables down, not too much, and then just create an automation clip for the gain. And since Synthwave is just so simple in its drum patterns normally, I don't think there's going to be too much of a problem in doing this. I just want to go in here and then create a little sidechain shape. I'm going to do it right under the kick because I feel like that's a good area to create the shape. I just want to see what the kick looks like, and I say, okay, the sidechain should be good about right there. It should be fine, and then I can create like a double curve here, maybe a little tighter, like that. And we can put this sidechain shape just right above the kicks, and we should be completely fine. Let's give me a little more room here. So this one is definitely going to go through the sidechain. And that's the good thing about having these separate layers, is I don't necessarily need to route this one through the sidechain. What instrument do you recommend for Synthwave? I recommend Flex. Flex has tons of awesome Synthwave presets, and I'm going to be using Flex a lot in this video. So Flex is very good. If you're talking about analog synthesizers, I don't have much experience with them, so I don't really know, but I'm sure other people could give advice. Personally, use free limiter for ducking for debalance. Yeah, the limiter and the balance is, I mean, it's just volume control. I mean, plenty of plugins use volume control, so it works out pretty good. Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of really good analog synthesizers. Yeah, we actually do have several Synthwave packs. If you go to the Ghosthack website, there should be a link in the description, if I'm not mistaken. Then you should be able to search and find some Synthwave sounds. I'm trying to figure out which one of these I want to go through the sidechain most. Yeah, I want the hard one not to go through the sidechain, and then I want the softer one to go through the sidechain. So it sounds like it's sidechained, but it doesn't really lose that much power. And we can bring back a little bit of this delay that was here before. Yeah, there we go in the chat. All right, so now what I want to add over that is synths, of course. So let's go back into Flex and let's see what kind of synths we can find. I think I can get some decent inspiration. Again, I wish I was able to just choose some random ones because I don't know exactly what kind I want. I should probably do something along the lines of chords. Bells are a good idea. I'm definitely going to add bells at some point. Not a big fan of sidechain, everything in one sidechain. I kind of disagree. It just depends on taste. It really, I mean, you could do your sidechain separately for different sounds. I think that's a little bit superfluous, but it really just depends on your particular workflow. This one's nice because it's very velocity sensitive. Let me move my mic a little bit so I'm kind of speaking into the mic. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm just going to start with basic stuff. I kind of like bells not necessarily as a melody constantly going all the time like a synth would, but as like just they come in just a do-do-do-doom and then they trail out and then da-da-da-da-doom and then they'll trail out a little more, like just to add that ambience. So I can add some nice delay to this. Let's see, what kind of delays do we have here? Ping pong. This is strange. I never really messed around with these. Maybe delay them. Nah, it sounds good right at the front. And then since they're velocity sensitive, I can do the same thing here, but just lower them down. Yeah, there it is. The arpeggio kills it? You mean the bass? There is no real arp in here. This channel, where am I from? I'm from South Carolina. That could be pretty good, double side chains. And I just have to mix this in. It would also be really interesting if I route this into 17. I feel like this needs to be more stereo. And then I want to use free plugin time, Pancake 2. Sorry, sound design stream session after it was live, really liked it. Thank you. I actually really enjoyed that session. It was really fun. So I want to use Pancake 2 to just, of course, pan it around. I think that's a little bit extreme. Maybe I could make it faster. Just to add a bit of stereo. I could always replace the bell sound. Are the bells going to repeat the whole song? Probably not, no. The bell sound is nice, but... yeah, maybe it won't go down to the other one. Snare has too much mids. Yeah, I could throw an EQ on here. I do need to cut this anyway. Yeah, they don't sound analog, so I'm not making raw, like pure, I'm not sticking to a rule book for this synthwave. There's just gonna be something very synthwave inspired, like it's not going to be like for example, a lot of older synths had a maximum of 6 voices. So a lot of people who make synthwave make it a point to not have more than 6 voices playing at once in a synth. Like I'm not going to follow like these strict rules. I'm just gonna let the inspiration just take me wherever it goes. But I am going to add something like chords. I need some ambience, just some sort of pad stuff. Lindrum. Yeah, that is kind of sort of retro sounding drums, at least if I'm remembering the Lindrums correctly. So I want something to add chords. So let's see. if I can, I don't think there's gonna be a way I can I can use stuff for chords. There's like string stuff in here. I really like those. Those sound pretty nice. Again, we can always switch these around. I can always switch out these instruments. I'm not doing too much sound design in this session. I'm just going straight into producing. DT990s. Well, these are the DT770s, I believe. Yeah, these are the 770 Studio, but 990s are 100% good. Yeah, we're down low. Yeah, just basic stuff like that. Hybrid trap dubstep drum design videos seem likely. I don't know. Drum designing is I mean, it's complex. It kind of depends. I feel like I think I've done videos in the past where I made drums purely in Serum. I think I did it for both dubstep and trap. But But drum design gets very complicated. It would be a very in-depth video if I made it. Doesn't sound super good in my opinion, actually. I need something just a little more. Ooh. What is this? That's an interesting atmosphere. It's basically dubstep with just heavy trap drums, and you have more sort of trappy patterns. And an 808. So filter. I want to work with this filter. Because I feel like it needs to kind of fall down. Yeah, there you are. Glad to see people are active in the chat. This is looking pretty good so far. Try to lower the pad wobble. Oh, is there a wobble going on? Maybe there is a little bit of wobble. Atmosphere gate. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like the gate happening all the time, but I did do a hybrid trap, a couple of hybrid trap videos on the Ghosthack channel where I made a hybrid trap drop, and then I did a hybrid trap drop to track. So technically it was pretty much a full song. I went over that. I didn't make the drop quite as long as I would have. Like I would have made it. I would have doubled the length, and I would have added more stuff if I was releasing the track. But it would be a pretty good overall encompass of hybrid trap. I definitely like this atmosphere. I'm going to have to add some more interesting chords, I think, but I think this adds a lot of value to the track. So let's run this through the sidechain. Now part of me thinks the sidechain is a little bit extreme. So yeah, I'm gonna make this a little more interesting by merging these clips and changing the chords a little bit. Oh, and I could replace this here. Question: what is your approach to deconstructing, reconstructing music and genres? I think it's a really good skill to have. Well, I don't really know. I think most of it just comes from listening to the genre and trying to it's all about the feeling that I get when I listen to it. If I try to recreate a genre and I get a completely different feeling than the feeling I get when I listen to the other genre, I know I did it wrong. So I have to figure out what exactly the vibe is and what makes me feel the way I feel when I listen to it. It's kind of a surreal thing to imagine, but I think the best thing to do is just listen to the genre you're trying to recreate. The more you listen to it and the more you analyze the individual elements, it's like, oh yeah, this bass line is not as heavy and hard as it would be in like some electro track. You know, it seems kind of obvious, but it's important when you're used to making something like electro and switching to synthwave. You just have to listen to the individual elements and just keep listening to the music and realize what vibe you're actually getting from the music while you're listening to it. I don't know if I want to stay at that D right there, but it doesn't sound bad right now, so I'm going to leave it. Yeah. If you have a favorite artist that made a masterclass, I don't know. I've never taken a masterclass. I've looked at videos. It's like I've watched live streams from everything from Seamless Art or Virtual Riot to Panda Eyes. I like pretty much everyone on Disciple. I've never done a masterclass though. This bell doesn't seem to fit as much as it did before. Maybe I'll change it out. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to change out the bass line. What made me start producing music? Dubstep. First time I heard dubstep when I was like 13. And it was awesome. And I downloaded a bunch of apps on my, at the time, I was like 13, so it was my dad's iPad. And I downloaded a bunch of cheesy dubstep music maker apps. And I'm like, this is awesome. I'm having a bunch of fun, but there's no way this is what the professionals do. How do the professionals do it? And I Googled a YouTube video called How to Make a Dubstep Song. And the crappiest YouTube video in the world came up. And I thought it was just the best. I thought it was awesome, and it was in FL Studio. And I downloaded FL Studio, and I kind of fell in love. And that's how it started. And I've been producing since I was 13, 14. I'm 20 now, so. Wait, what? That's a good baseline. So let me cut this out, and then we can just drag this out here. And let's make sure that these chords, I'm pretty sure we already have these copied, but I'm just going to go ahead and copy them again. I'm going to paste them into the bell section. There we go. And we just have to make sure that the bells kind of follow the chords. Yeah, I'm only 20. Always had a baby face though. Using other DAWs too. I've used Ableton, and Ableton is pretty cool. My trial ran out, so that's gone. I've used Pro Tools a lot. I had to use Pro Tools in order, like in the audio engineering classes that I took. So I got pretty good at that. I got decent. I was all right at Reason. I tried Reason as well, and Reason was very interesting. It had a kind of a different layout with like the idea of a channel rack, and the routing was very interesting. It had some interesting plugins, but it's Dubstep 2001, Michael Jackson Heartbreaker. I don't know about that one. Yeah, Deadmau5, Hans Zimmerman, and Armin van Buuren. I remember I see ads for those all the time, or I used to see ads for those all the time, and those always looked really cool. I didn't know how much I'd get out of them though if I took them, other than just sort of being starstruck at people being really good at music. A lot of them seem to be, it's like Deadmau5 is saying, they can teach somebody get from nothing to something. It's like kind of, I was afraid it wouldn't get super advanced, and like I guess when I'm looking for a masterclass, I look for something that is really advanced, because like I already kind of know a good amount of basics, especially just about music production in general. So it's not ever something I took, but I'm sure they could be very, very useful and very helpful. Yeah, I want to switch out this bell sound because it just doesn't mix with the atmosphere. It's a nice bell sound on its own, but it just doesn't work. So let's find a different bell sound. Tags, bell. See, this already, it kind of penetrates the mix a little better. Where's the part for the singer? Having vocals on this track would be awesome. I'm not good at singing. If I was good at singing, I'd sing over it, but... Oh, we have double the atmosphere going on here. If I was Dr. Disrespect, I'd sing over this. Okay, these atmospheres are a little too loud. There's so much release on them that they're kind of running together. So I'm just going to take down this... I don't think he was depressed. I feel like that's just how Joel is. I feel like he always sort of seems that way. He's just like, yeah, and this is that. I feel like that's just the air about him. Okay. What do I feel like needs that? Because I feel these atmospheres are very cool. They sound very cool, but they need to be backed by actual chords. I feel like these are just in the end atmospheres, and I want something kind of actually synthy sort of chord sounding. So I'm going to create a new track, and I'm actually going to pull up a Serum for this because I want to do something kind of basic just with saw waves and low pass filters. These horns or glitchy ARP horns. Last time in the other one I made, I added strings, and strings actually worked really well with the synthwave vibe. Let me just use an envelope actually. Yeah, like orchestral elements to the synthwave. I'm actually going to go into the global here and change the mode to exponential. So now you can see how these voices are detuned out. You have like a few voices that are right in the middle that aren't super detuned, and other voices are detuned a lot more. It makes it sound like a clean detuned sound is layered with a super detuned sound. And I just want to make sure that the low frequencies are not colliding here. Let's add a little bit of delay. Mainly in the high frequencies. And some reverb. I like the plate reverb because it's very tonal. Mono plus reverb could help. I don't know. Why don't you shift to Ableton? I mean, I've used Ableton. I like Ableton. I feel like a lot of Ableton feels like engineering rather than necessarily... It feels a little less musical to me as much as it feels like engineering, and I do like the engineering. I am an audio engineer. I like sound science and sound design, and it's very cool for sound design. I like doing sound design in Ableton, but I like FL Studio. I feel generally more creative inside it. I don't know. And I've used it for so long that I'm a little bit faster at it, and it's done everything I've asked it to do, and it's like the updates with it are also really nice. They're constantly coming out with new stuff, and I enjoy it. But Ableton is 100% very useful. As someone who struggled to find a sound, learning sound design, or at least the basis of it helps a lot. I'm glad these help. I enjoy making videos and stuff. So now we have these chords, which are just going to layer with this. They're just going to layer with this atmosphere. So let's open up. I'm just going to throw a sound goodizer on them. I just want them louder. Let's run them through the sidechain. I don't want these low frequencies battling. Something's bugging me about... Oh, maybe it's this. Oh, they're hitting at different notes. That's some more. Actually, there's plenty of reverb to that. So now let's kind of expand and create some more structure to this, because we've been working on just this one bit for a little bit of time. Let's see, how long have we been going? Almost an hour. Okay. So we've been working on this for about an hour. A little jarring filter the highs. Only if it's like just subtle, because they're not even, the highs for the belt aren't even that loud. I am going to add a lead, but if you're talking about doing something like this, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, I'm still going to add more to this section. I just do want to add, want to make sure I add layers here. I want to add, or what am I talking about? What's the word? Structure. I want to add structure. Leads will come. Leads will come. I haven't used Logic, mainly because I'm not really a Mac user. I've worked on Macs before, but when I have, it's always been Pro Tools, and not a super big Mac guy. I'm kind of a PC person, but it just depends. And this is the beauty of having two separate bass lines. Let me go ahead and take pattern 1 here, and let's, where is it, split by channel. So now we have both of the bass lines. We have the hard pluck, and we have the lighter pluck. So now there's nothing stopping me from using this lighter pluck in the intro. And it going into more serious stuff there. I know the intro is at least going to be this long. So then when it comes, man, I just love when the hard pluck comes in. It goes really well. And this is definitely calls for something, it's almost like a mixture between a lead and a pluck that I want. I want it to be very retro sounding. Like if I just add some release to this. Like that. I wish I could play solos on the keyboard. If I was like skilled, if I was like Virtual Ride or something where I was really skilled and I could just play a solo, then that would be awesome. But imagine adding 808 on the bass for the sub. Nah, not really. Choirs would be really cool. But right now, a little bit of delay. This is my Lush preset. Feel free to copy it. I stole it from Virtual Riot. And then we have reverb. Just something really simple like that. Sounds very, it sounds very retro. Is this what make the synthwave sound the detune? Well, it depends. I feel like a lot of synthwave sounds just generally sound like retro old polysynths, so not super complex sound design. But then again, some of it can be a little more complex if you're getting more modern. Like this isn't really a raw synthwave track that would be considered 100% retro. What key are we in here? Yeah, that's why I'm no good at solos. Maybe a little bit of chorus. So I'm just going to use that. No, it's fine. The hard pluck is actually, I don't even exactly remember how I made it. I basically just took, I believe it was Analog Bass 2 preset. It was Analog Bass 1 or 2. And then I manipulated it to make it a little tighter. I brought in the stereo a little bit, and I just made it a little harder, and I added a little bit of distortion here, a little more compression, stuff like that to make it a little stronger and punchier. Yeah, I'll definitely have to go in here and create a lead. Let's just go in here with the chord progression. And this is like my process for creating leads, and many times, especially after I have a chord, I just kind of have to fiddle around with the melodies on top of the chords. And many times the notes are already there. My PC configuration. I'm actually running a laptop. It's just a Dell laptop. I forget exactly what it is, but it's running a Core i7. Hang on. Let me pull up details here. Yeah, here it is. Terrible graphics, decent CPU. I have it. I kind of overclocked it a little bit, so it's running at 3.2. But yeah. Yeah, graphics are just onboard stuff. It's nothing weird. It's just a laptop. I need more memory though. I have more memory slots. I just need to buy some more memory, and that'll probably help me out too. I'm bad with leads. Portamento, slidey glidey. Think of playing it well. Limit yourself to 4-bar selection while playing. Focus on the rhythm of what you're playing and how it fits with the rest of the song. Yeah, that's all part of sort of just creating a lead line. Okay. Oh, it has almost like an Arabic vibe. It's interesting. It's not normally what I would go for, but Yeah, it sounds a little more. It sounds a little more practical. Something that's not happening there. Something that's off. Well, what do we have going on? We have E, B, D sharp. So we have to change every E to D sharp just at that moment because it's just sounding kind of strange. So there's just one note. And I think it's in the basses. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, the basses are still playing E. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's a cool pattern. I'm going to copy this and cut it and then paste it into a new one. And then we're going to make this twice the length here. So we have twice the length, and we can make twice as long of a melody. Yeah, it is just slightly delayed. I noticed that a little bit earlier. Yeah, I almost like it better without that attack. I'm just going to go ahead and route this into 20 so we can affect it real quick. And then of course we'll have to make this unique. That sounds good. Ooh. Yeah, just like that. We'll go into a faster motion here. And then we'll just follow the progression. My head bobbing has started. Yeah, the head bobbing began. Difference between retrowave and synthwave, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I mean, maybe we could get some genre experts, some elitists in the chat. I'm not really a genre elitist, but generally I think they're in the same category. Someone else said choirs, and I really like that idea, actually. I'm thinking of branching out from just from normal synthwave things and getting a little more creative. And I feel like I don't feel like that's an offense to synthwave. I feel like that's just being, branching out is just kind of a good thing to do as an artist. It's like nobody gets mad when you put piano over a dubstep track, so I can do some other stuff with synthwave. Flex. Choir. Wait, I don't think there's choirs in Flex. Is there? What if I just do voice? Wait, all. It's really nice. They have ooze. I don't think I want ooze though. I think I want Oz. What do I do? Choir. Well, there's some Oz. You could just add some more intensity to these chords, and I could hover them. I feel like that could be a lot of fun. So we already have the chords, so we know we want some of that. Can I paste? We'll route this into 21. And I'm going to create a hover thing with Serum effects here, where I'm going to use the filter. I've done this plenty of times, where I just get a really sharp low pass filter, turn it all the way down, and then we can control the mix here, basically as a volume. So I'm going to use the LFO here to control it as a volume, and I'm going to set this to off and turn on note latch. And then just use the built-in EQ. A little bit of reverb. And this will add a little more rhythm. Hopefully this will continue the head bobbing. Let's see. I like the breathiness of it. Do big artists like Mello, Martin Garrix, Alan Walker, DJ Snake make their signature sounds by themselves, sound samples by themselves? Probably not, is what I'm gonna say. A lot of these big artists, man, if you see like Future Music did a thing where they did a video in the studio with Martin Garrix, and he was going through how he made Animals, and he's like what's the Vengeance? He was just using he brought in like a Vengeance loop. He was like Vengeance samples. Like there really wasn't too much going on. A lot of what he was doing. He's like, yeah, I know it's lazy, just kind of bringing in a loop, but I liked it. It sounded good. So, you using loops and samples and not using loops and samples really has no correlation to success in the industry. It's really just if you can create something musically good with them. So probably not. If some of them do, then I apologize for them to assuming they don't. But most of the time, they don't create their own samples themselves. Deadmau5 does do his own sounds, though. That's true. I know that. I know what I want to do. I want to take this this pluck, and then I want to filter it in. I want to slowly filter it in. Do I use splice samples from a track? No, I actually don't have splice. Might be a useful thing to do, but I make a lot of my own samples, so it's like, how much would I actually use it? I don't really know. Also, I use a lot of Ghosthack samples just because I genuinely like Ghosthack samples. I use them in pretty much all my music. Yeah, we can do some of that. That sounds good. So let's create an automation clip here. Let's make sure to fade this in. And do I want to do the same thing for the bell? The center is very good. Thank you. I feel like I want to do the same for the bell. I want to fade in the bell in some way. Let's see what they have here in this preset that I'm using. Vorpal. Oh, this is interesting. Doesn't really make much difference. Yeah, what if I add warble? I forgot about that. Where's this lead? Let me go to this lead. I want to see if warble works well on this lead. What channel is this going into? Yeah, let me open up a thing to see if I can add a little bit of warble. Where is it? Humanizer? What do you guys think? Should I add warble or shouldn't I? It's like, it seems like it's a classic synthwave thing to add a little bit of warble, and it doesn't sound bad, but I also think it sounds good not warbled, like. But it does sound very straight and dry, you know what I'm saying? It almost has an older feel doing it that way. But I am going to do what I was planning to do, which was fade in these bells a certain way. Vorpal, yeah. Here, left and right pan. I think I'm using a left and right pan with the bells, so maybe not for the lead, but this thing right here. I should add it. Yeah, I think I am going to keep it. I guess I should, yeah, I'll just do a low pass the same way I did with the chords. And I already have a low pass going right here, great. Create the automation clip, bring this down. I'm gonna be generally organized here. I'm gonna put the automation clips right under the tracks. I want it to start out subtle. There we go. Yeah, I'm about to add more drums, actually. to go up there instead of go down. Part of South Carolina. I'm up in Greenville. I'm in the upstate. Is this going too high? Maybe it wouldn't be if I went in with an EQ and did something like this. Ooh. Maybe it's all right. If you guys think it's too high, let me know. But sometimes I'm kind of, I do hear many times which other people will say that sounds are too high that I don't think they're too high. So. Anyway, more drums. I wanted to add just a little more drums. I wanted to add some percussions in here. I also wanted to add toms because toms are very important. And I found the preset that I made in Serum for the classic tom. It was in here. It was literally, I just called it classic tom. Let's see. Because I was just scrolling through my presets. And then I found it. Let me see. Classic tom, yeah. It was way better after the filter, like when I added the filter, it was better. Well, good. I'm glad that worked out. Again, this isn't something that I normally do. I don't normally do synthwave, so just little things like that I just have to pick up on. And then I just have to add reverb to this. I should save this. It is probably important to save this. I'm just going to save this under new stuff. This will be stream synthwave. Not quite that high. Just right around there. And then I may layer that with other toms that are more real, just a do, 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 do. But right now, whoosh. Too slow. Let's give this a zoom in. Whoa, hello. And then let's go in here. I mean, a whole lot with your first lo-fi track. Awesome. Lo-fi's dope. It's a bit white noisy. It is a bit white noisy. Did I add a macro for that? I didn't, but I can. If we go into the noise level. See, LFO1 and LFO2 are controlling the noise level. So I think what I want to do is just control the overall noise level. So I'll add a macro to this. I'll set it to here, set it to bipolar, bring it down. More noise, less noise. And I think it's also noisy because of the reverb. Part of me, I'm also going to have to high pass it the same way that the snare is kind of high passed. Also create a more interesting pattern. There we go. No, dubstep is not mainstream anymore. Personally, I'm cool with that. I'm not a fan. I've never been a mainstream music person. I don't listen to mainstream music. I'm such a hipster. But I don't. None of the music that's on my playlist could ever come on the radio. I'm also a metal fan. I like extreme metal music, and that's not really mainstream either. I don't know. It just doesn't bother me too much. I'm cool with it being underground. There's almost more room for experimentation that way. Do. It's getting a little low. But the problem with Serum is that I can't pan them, at least not that accurately. Like, I want to go in here and change the pan of the actual sample. I want to be able to go boom, note pan. But, oh wait, I could be able to do this. Hang on a second. Unsupported parameter, I could, Note velocity. I could track the panning with the velocity. That could be cool. Do a stream where I would do metal. That would be cool, but I don't actually play any metal instruments. I do metal vocals. I do like death metal vocals, but I don't play metal guitar. I don't play the drums. Well, I have like a stupid dinky drum kit back there, like an electronic drum kit that I've been trying to learn on, but not good enough to really record anything. So, like it would be cool if I could, but I can't. But what I can do here is I can add the velocity to the pan position, right? So what I want to do is I want to go, is there a global pan option? I never really looked. So if I go release velocity, is that just normal velocity? It would have to be. I don't know what the rel is. I'm assuming it means release. But oh, this is just velocity. Okay. So that's just the velocity. And is there a global pan? There's not. Okay, but I can add the pan. I can add it to both the noise pan and the oscillator A pan. So I'm going to go velocity to oscillator A panning position. And it's going to be bipolar going this way. And then I could do the mod wheel, but I want to do it. I want to see if I can do it with the steps. I think that would be it would be a lot easier if I could do it with the steps, and I like experimentation. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. And then velocity to the noise oscillator, noise pan. So now if that's me hitting it very lightly. Well, that's me hitting it super hard. Seems to be a minimum velocity here. In theory, I should be able to go, okay, panning position. Kind of. Oh, because the panning, oh, okay. Yeah, this one isn't bipolar. I have to make sure that this is, let me reset this and then change this to, there we go. There we go. Now it's panning correctly. Awesome. Awesome for guitar plugins. Yeah, I actually have the Odin. The Odin 2 is, I have the Odin, and it's standalone, and it's really good. I think it's pretty cool. I tend to just do that for practice. I don't really tend to do that much for actual recording and songs, because in the metal community, you will get crucified if you use guitar plugins that aren't actual guitars. But, I'd love to join a band or something, but there isn't really many people around here who would do stuff like that to me. How do you do the pan? I didn't get that correctly with the volume. Basically, yeah, what I did in Serum is, because Serum is not velocity sensitive in, oh boy, look at that frame rate. Ooh, yay. But basically, Serum is not velocity sensitive to my notes, but I can say it's velocity sensitive because it has a velocity control here. So I set the velocity control to the pan. So now low velocities make it go one side and high velocities make it go another side. How do I get subs? I don't know. It just happens. Yeah, there it is. The next thing I want to add though is actually some clap samples, like some retro kind of vintage clap samples, which I can just get. That's not even Ghosthack samples. I can just get from FL Studio. Let me just close all this. Packs. Oh, the metal community takes themselves way too seriously. It's so much more fun to interact with the people in the metal community who don't take themselves seriously. It's hilarious. Drums, kits. Is there like a vintage kit? Nah. I feel like I can just go through the general. Easy packs drums. There should be. Am I missing the clap? Oh, the claps are probably in percussion. Yeah, there we go. And there's one thing that I like using. I like doing a triple clap for Synthwave. Like that. Let me see. Maybe this one. Pitched up. Yeah, like that. So let's route these to a track. These are gonna go in 4, I guess. I don't think there's anything else going in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically, I want to add some delay and reverb. So, gonna open up Fruity Delay 3. It's weird. Sometimes when I open up Fruity Delay 3, it has a big like whoosh of like just a sound that's just fed back really loud, and I don't know why. So let's change this to ping pong. And let's make it shorter. What's on 7 and 8? Nothing so far. I basically have the drums. I leave 1 to 15, at least for this one, 1 to 15, open for drum sounds and sound effects, and then 15 on for just instruments. Let's do bandpass filter. And then some reverb. A lot of reverb, actually. See, why is it not? Oh, okay. The 2 yellow icons? What do you mean? 2 yellow icons. Are you talking about these right here? These are this basically right here is the effects. Like I can disable all the effects, and it's just a dry clap again, or I can enable it. And these right here are meaning that there's delay in there. Like there's a set time delay in order to compensate for like the plugins. Like a certain amount of plugins will have a certain amount of delay, and some delay will automatically be added to account for that and make sure that everything's on time. And basically I want to make 2 of these unique. I'll make this one unique, and I'll make this one unique. This one will be panned to the left. This one will be panned to the right. So we get this. And that's exactly what I want. And it works really well. It's a very good layer. I don't think I want to add it there. It's too dry. Part of me also wants to delay this lead because we have the synthwave part coming in and it's pretty interesting and it's pretty good. And another thing I want to do here is just to make it not boring and to make it more interesting, I want to add the sound effect that I always add from just the FL library. It is symbol noisy. Yeah. How the hell can you use track of all those duplicated samples? You're making a really long song. You've seen the playlist of track with really long samples? I don't know. I'm not sure. I just make music and it just happens to get big sometimes. Yeah. I should probably add some kind of crash. That would be a good idea. Just some sort of crash symbol. Yes, Shaquille O'Neal is a certified DJ, and I think he actually produces a little bit too. I've seen him doing some collabs on Disciple, I think. It's funny when he gets up and plays like weird, like he'll post a video of him playing some like super gnarly weird rhythm tune, and all the comments on his Instagram is like, what in the hell is this? It's funny. But I need some kind of crash. I need just a basic crash that I can add. I think I'm going to go sort of vintage with this from FL Studio and then add a reverb to it. Yeah, just like the basic 707 groove crash, I think I'm going to use, and then just do a bunch of reverb processing to make it actually sound good. So this is going to go into 5. And then EQ first off, because there's a lot of stuff down here that I don't really like. Every duplicate you make will automatically get number 2 and number 3, etc. So it's easy to keep track. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe that was the question. So next up, a lot of reverb. I feel like I'm actually going to add effects in Serum because I want to add a little bit of hyperdimension. Like if I bring this down and just use the dimension. Just add a little bit of stereo to the tracks, and then I can open up the delay. Maybe a little bit of delay. Yeah, just like that. Ping pong. Nah, it's so dry. And then we'll have to add reverb to it. Gonna stream Among Us after this. Nah. Ghosthack gaming stream. Confirmed. It's so dry. I feel like what if I added something to give it a little more width? What if I added, say, a Combs filter? Then put the pan all the way up. And then just mixed it in. Yeah, a little bit of that maybe, and then we can just keep EQing it. We really don't want this to be harsh at all. And then one last big reverb. So now out of this, out of this, we have made this. I feel like it would be really fun if a gaming stream ever did happen. I don't think it is going to happen, but if it did happen, if it was both me and Black Marvin playing a game at the same time, or just any kind of duo stream would be pretty fun. I didn't hear the crash at all. Yeah. Sounds like something out of a horror strategy game. Yeah, I like dark synthwave. I'm a big fan of dark synthwave. And you don't have to worry about ruining my vibes at all. Saving is extremely important. I'm pretty sure I have it enabled this time, but I keep saving just in case. It also occurred to me I could use a ride. I don't know how much ride symbols are actually used in synthwave, but I feel like I could use it. Not any of these rides. I want Ghosthack rides because I like them better. Sample packs. Ghosthack Drum Hero 3 has ride symbols. Crash symbols, ride symbols. Eerie sound effects to it. Yeah, that'd be cool. A lot of these rides sound very vintage. I'll get a longer ride, I'll get a different one, but I feel like this could be a nice layer if I just layer a ride. One that's a little more atmospheric than this. You're not wrong, just in the background. Do you have your sound packs downloadable? Yeah, if you buy them from Ghosthack, they're downloadable. They're very good, so I recommend them. What if I just had the crash here? Maybe I'll make it unique and then just turn it down. You're welcome. We got a lot of different packages on our site, so you can take your time looking around. There's a lot of good stuff. A little more bass here. How about a riser? What if I do a little bit of a riser here? I could get some kind of riser. I don't think it needs to be a complicated one. What if I just use FL Studio risers? Because FL Studio has a bunch of risers. They added some in FL20, I believe. Risers, yeah. Just cymbal risers. I like these because they also sound similar to tape machines. And then, I mean, that's good for synthwave. So, if I... that kind of thing. Let me stretch it out. And then let's make sure that this is pretty much just going up in volume. Yeah, I'm going to edit this in the audio editor. And I'm going to just control this volume a little bit because it gets very loud here in the middle. And I kind of don't want it to. I want it to go something like this. Let me just hold Alt. And then, or well, what was it where I can just draw it? There was a way in which I feel like I could just draw. But maybe that was different. I just generally want it to go like this. I want it to be the same volume. So I can use this right here to just fade it out a little. Can you add a riff? The one that sounds like shave and a haircut? Shave and a haircut, shave and a haircut, shave and a haircut, shave and a haircut, shave and a haircut. I don't know. Click the pencil in the bottom right to draw. Oh, is that it? I'm not gonna... There's no pencil. Volume. Ah. There it is. Thank you. I forgot about that. I forgot the little pencil tool. Anyway, I already did what I wanted to do, but yeah. That one's pretty interesting. What happens if a song artist accidentally makes a song that already exists? I don't know. Never done that before. Copyright problems? Maybe? I don't know. It really depends on how alike the songs are. Wish they had impacts in here, but I can use Ghosthack impacts. Because Ghosthack has some good ones. I actually like the impacts that I created for the Rhythm libraries. This is Rhythm Essentials 2020. Let me see what impact. They're good. They're not. That one's probably my favorite for this one. But it also depends on how big the track gets. If that's also really going to affect it. So if it blows up, and then you might have some problems. But this is Rhythm Essentials Volume 2, and maybe I can check out these. Yeah, I like clap impacts. I like the clapper. You are the clapper. I've added so much reverb to this, but I feel like it just needs more. And I can't help myself. Have your friends go on a call and freestyle rap. That would be interesting. That'd be funny. That'd make a good video. I actually have a video idea that I've been thinking of. I bought this bag of noisemakers. Of stupid noisemakers from like Walmart, and I wanted to see if I could make a track using just the things that I record from these noisemakers. I think that would be kind of interesting. I've been saving those. They're just like toys for parties, but that would also be pretty fun. Okay, I think that's some pretty good synthwave. I'll probably create a little bit of an outro as well. But what is this? Oh, that's the tones. Okay. But I think I'm gonna do one last look through Flex to see if I get any inspiration of anything else I want to add. If you guys think of something else that you think is beneficial to add, then you can drop it in the chat, and I'll see if I agree. Because they have interesting stuff here. Horns. I have the choir. The choir's already there. so similar to the lead I already have. It just sounds more like a trumpet. Gregorian era bops. Be interesting stuff to mess around with, but glad you like the channel. Snarling. Whoa. I think I'm pretty much good. If I was making music for Portal 2, I'd use this. Oh, I actually have a good idea for this. This is a little too sort of techno-y. It almost sounds sort of psytrancey, but it not quite synthwave, but I feel like I could use it. Hi, Dave. Yeah, that's me. I'm Dave. I routinely forget that my name is Dave. I'm actually gonna copy this right here because I feel like I could use this as almost a base layer. If I copy it and then just add it just in certain sections. Meaning this last bit right here. If I take all of these, this one, this one, this one, and move them down. And then I can just slide them down. And just add it as a little extra element. I wonder how this would sound. I like the idea, but not the sound. Good in concept, bad in execution, so let me find a different one. Electric guitar, that would be fun. Again, I wish I could play guitar. What if I search guitar? Whoa, that's not how you spell guitar. Yeah. Oh, divine. Oh, there's a specific... Oh, that's what people were talking about, divine. Is that not? Oh, divine. I spelled it wrong. Oh, maybe divine? Huh? Nothing comes up. I'm on all here. There are no tags. Divine. That's a divine. Divine. Oh, I thought search divine. Oh, I thought you were talking about an actual preset. I'm like, oh, you actually have an you're talking about something I'm doing in the stream. But nah, it's other conversations. Other conversations are still good. I was like, oh wait, was I just ignoring suggestions that people were giving me the entire time? Oh, okay. it's a fellow named Kieran Devine. I see. I feel like I know that guy. Oh, I'm in the Synthwave pack still. I don't want that. I want just all guitars. Give me all. As much as I like this sound, it's not good for this. Hawaiian guitar? This one's pretty cool. This calls for some extra panning, but I enjoy this actually. Why is the ride still playing? Here. It's a good layer. Yeah, the ride isn't in the mixer yet. Do I care though? Probably not. I'm away, Raftar or Divine. Gonna have to go with Divine on this one. I know a Divine, and he spits bars. Oh, the clapper. I forgot about the clapper. Alright, I feel like we're pretty good here. We just need to end on the root. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we can just leave it hanging. Dave will rise. I feel like that now the choir needs more delay. Is there delay on this? Yeah. There it is. don't know about the FLP. I don't know what I'm going to do with this track later, but I enjoy it. And I think if there aren't any other suggestions, I think this is pretty much good just for a short little synthwave bit. This is only just over a minute, but it's a good size track to do just for a live stream, for a couple hours, because we've been going for a 2-hour live stream. So for 2 hours, throwing something like this together is pretty good. I think I'm going to crank it through the master a little harder. Nice. But I think I'm going to go ahead and just play everything we have right now just to wrap up the stream, because it seems like everything's going pretty good. And there we go. I think I'm just going to end it with those bells right there, because I kind of enjoy that, just hitting for that one moment. Cool. I like this. I think I had a lot of fun doing this. Someone said reversing the crash. That is true. Although I have that reversed there, I don't know if reversing the crash would actually add that much. Cut the tail end of it. Gonna have to go back and check it out. Yeah, this will be up on YouTube, just like all the other streams. And next stream will be coming next weekend. We stream on the weekends. That's how it goes. And pretty much every weekend comes a stream. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe for that. If you're watching all the way at the end of the stream and you're not subscribed, I mean, well, why are you here is the question, you know, is your life worth living or not? And if it is, there's a button down there that you can confirm it. But yeah, I think this worked out pretty well, and I'm real happy with that. So thank you all for sticking around throughout the stream. Thank you all for coming out. I had a lot of fun. Like I said before, Synthwave is a very fun genre, so stay creative, and I will see you in the next video. Happy producing.